Maybe I got that. You found a better channel. Maybe I doubt it. You are now listening to the sounds of the Bronze Goddess.
Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and I thought I would do another strawberry letter just really quickly. This one really, it made me really sad, so I definitely wanted to come and give some encouragement. I'm going to go ahead and read it. I'm going to try and make this short as possible. I'm 30 years old, 2 kids, single parent. I just finished watching your happiness video and burst out into tears because I cannot find my happiness anymore. I was in a relationship with someone for 3.5 years, trusted him with my body. He infected me with herpes. He's gone. Now I'm a good girl gone bad, to sum up the story. Mind you, we both were tested before we decided to go there, so therefore he cheated. I have been depressed, let down, angry, confused, scared. I couldn't tell no one because I knew everyone would look at me as if I was dirty. Because I feel dirty. I met this wonderful guy like a year ago. We dated for a long time, and of course he wanted to get physical after 6 months. I did the right thing and let him know what was going on because I care about him. He still came around, but everything was different. He barely even touched me, even a hug. Ooh. Long story short, he's gone. So I guess my question is there life after something you can't control? I want to be honest with my partner so they can make the choice to be with me, but I can't keep going through this emotional roller coaster. I'm angry at the world. Now every guy who even tries to speak to me or talk to me, I just ignore or brush them off. I lost my hope and my faith. I don't know how to get it back. In tears as I'm writing. Thanks for reading. God bless you. Oh, this one is so sad to me because, first of all, you are not dirty. You are not the first person in the world who trusted someone who betrayed your trust. You did the right thing by getting tested, but he wasn't trustworthy. And I know it's corny to ask people to abstain, but you should have protected yourself. My thing is, and I feel like there was a reason why you wrote me. The reason why I think you writing me was a good thing is because I actually know someone who is in the same exact situation as you are in, and so I wanted to give you some advice that I feel is extremely helpful. Rather than putting yourself through this emotional roller coaster, I actually suggest that you control your dating pool, so to speak. This individual, for the first time, I didn't even heard of anything like this, but she went on a dating website that is specific to this particular disease or this particular STD. And so that way, when she met people and went on dates, she knew that they knew already. There's no need to discuss. There's no need for the big reveal and all that other stuff. None of that, because they already knew the situation that she was in because they were in the same situation. Now, everybody may not necessarily agree with that advice, but if I were in your boat, that's what I would do. Rather than to go through this whole thing of, having to tell somebody who doesn't know and then having to feel dirty and having somebody judge me every single time I go out on a date, or every single time having to wonder how long will I have before I have to tell this person such a huge secret. I think it's just best that everybody who I date, either they know up front or they're in the same boat. So with that in mind, I actually Googled different dating sites, and believe it or not, there is a ton of dating sites for people who are dating with herpes. And I'm only saying this, and like I said, so everybody may not agree with my advice, but that's how I feel. I feel like it's best if you date people who already know up front, before you get feelings involved, before they meet, their kids, and before you get to the point where it's getting physical, anything like that. I think it's best that they know up front. Or if you go on a dating site and you have that plainly displayed, that way they know what they're getting into, and you don't have to worry about getting to know someone, them liking you liking them back, and then you got to tell them something big like this and hope that they're going to stay. I do not think, that you're going to be single for the rest of your life. God said it is not good for man to be alone, man and woman. There is someone out there for you, because the person who I'm talking about has been in a healthy, happy relationship for the past year. August made a year. Over a year now. She met her guy on one of those, dating sites, and they both were in the same situation, for lack of a better word. They were both in the same situation. He didn't judge her. She didn't judge him. And they've been together for all this time. And so I think that they are a success story. And so I feel like that would be my advice to you. Find someone or find a way where they can know this up front, where you don't have to get feelings involved and invest your time and your energy in someone and then they have to judge you because you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything that anybody else has ever done. It's just the fact that you ended up getting an STD. And I don't think you should feel dirty. Because like I said, you're not the first person who trusted the wrong person or trusted somebody who cheated on them. Even married folks are in relationships and the man cheat on them and bring them back a disease. So even though I do suggest that you abstain from sex, I would suggest you abstain from sex. And I think that anybody who you date would be okay with that because they would understand where you're coming from. Say, look, when I trusted someone with my body, this is what they did. So I don't feel comfortable being intimate with anybody but my husband. And if that's not what you plan on being, then, you got to do what you got to do. But that is just my advice. Anybody out there, please, if you have advice, I would definitely suggest, please help her. I mean, she sounds so sad. You are not dirty. You are not the first one. People, there is life after something like this. Your life is not over. Like I said, I happen to personally know a success story of somebody who met somebody on a dating site, and she and her man are very happy and been together since August of last year, so over a year now. And they don't judge each other because they both feel like we're good people and a bad thing happened to us. The same thing with you. You are not a good girl gone bad. That's what you called your letter. I don't think that that's true. You're a good girl who gotten. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but somebody took advantage of you. Somebody lied to you. Somebody cheated on you. But I definitely suggest that you protect yourself and you continue to be honest, because if you don't, this kind of situation can end badly if you're not honest. You have to always be honest with the person that you date and let them know up front. Because if you know that you have an STD, you can't be getting in a relationship with somebody and you don't let them know. Before you even get to that point, I think it's good to let them know up front. And that way they can make the choice of, but I still want to get to know her. And if they want to take that chance and they want to get to know you, then let them. But I don't think that you should just keep finding people who don't have an STD, people who don't have herpes, and then having to get to know them and, all this other stuff. And then you have to do the big reveal. Don't put yourself through that. All right? I got to go. I hope you, I'm praying for you. And I'm praying for you. And for those of you out there who aren't in her situation, please learn from the situation. Just because somebody tell you they're being faithful, and just because somebody goes and takes a test with you and they pass, does not mean they're going to be faithful. That's why, I know, as corny as it may sound, especially in this day and age, I think abstaining or at least practicing safe sex is the best thing to do. You can't just be, you trusting somebody with your life. You don't even know him like that. That's the thing. You don't even really know the person, but you'll trust them with your life? Because that's what you're doing. I mean, it's herpes, but it could have been HIV. So the guy that you're dating, the guy that you're laying down with, are you willing to trust him with your life? This knucklehead right here with your life? That's what I'm saying. I think you should protect yourself at all times. And I definitely think there is a life after what has happened to you. It is going to be a little bit more difficult, but there will be someone who will be like okay with it, who will love you for you. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, later, divas and dudes. And if you have advice, please give her advice. Please send her your prayers, because she really sounds like she could use some prayer. She can use some strength. Everybody can always use prayer, but she sounds really down about it. And her life is not over. Your life is not over. This is not the end. You're 30 years old. You got a long life ahead of you. Later, divas. Deuces.